Barney Read With Me, Dance With Me is pretty brilliant. This is a Barney special from 2003 and it's split into two sections. The first one is Read With Me, which is all about the beauty of books and reading, and I'll talk more about that in a moment. And the second section is all about dancing and the different kinds of dances, and there's a special guest appearance, which is pretty awesome. So, Read With Me, the children are different in the two sections, which I have to say I didn't love. I feel like it would have been better if we had the same children throughout the entire thing, but it's not too bad. We also have Selena Gomez in the first segment and Demi Lovato in the second, and a special guest in the second as well, but I'll get to that. Read With Me starts off with a celebration of books and different kinds of books, pop-up books, and there are a lot of different stories being told in this one as well, and some songs, which I'll talk about in a moment. And the children actually make their own books as well, and they learn the terms author and illustrator, and it allows them a chance to be creative. And as a child who made their own books very frequently, it's exactly the kind of thing that would appeal to me. What I also loved is that when the children made their own books, they all looked different. One of them opened in a kind of almost concertina fold. One of them opened like a traditional book. One of them was shaped like a butterfly. So I love that it also showed that there's no right or wrong way to create your own storybooks. And I thought that that was beautiful. It's definitely a great celebration of reading and writing, and that just speaks to me completely. We have some pretty good songs, including Books Are Fun, the Rocket Song, Old MacDonald Had a Farm, and some others. And the children wear some really fabulous costumes. They definitely put a lot of effort into making this very visually appealing. And when you couple that with the educational element and the fact that it's celebrating something as wonderful as reading, it's a really strong first half. And then the second half is equally as delightful. This one focuses primarily on Baby Bop trying to get BJ to do some ballet dancing with her, and BJ doesn't want to do that. But then they start to look at different kinds of dancing and music. We have jazz music, country dancing. It's definitely some education about the different kinds of dancing. And a lot of that education comes from Min. And I just thought that was so delightful. Min is definitely one of the most iconic Barney characters, and to have her come back for this special, I thought was pretty great, and something that I think was quite wonderful. It's obviously quite a high energy segment compared to the first one. The first one still had a lot of dancing and moving around, but it was, reading. Reading's quite a quiet activity. But with this one, it's very high energy, very much on the go the entire time, and it's delightfully done. We have some great songs in this as well. Old King Cole, which is one of my favorites. The Gaggle Giggle Wiggle Dance. And again, we have some fun costumes and things, not to the extent of the first segment, but it's still very creative, visually very engaging, definitely very motivational, and a really solid segment. When I first started watching this, I wasn't sure if having both of these in the same special would work, Read With Me, Dance With Me, but actually it does. And I think it worked very well, and I have to say it was beautifully nostalgic. So many gorgeous songs that took me straight back to my childhood and took me back to the times when I would make little paper booklets, and I just adored that. So I thank the episode. There used to be a thing where you could fold books. The episode didn't discuss this, but it reminded me. It triggered the memory of folding paper like in half lengthways and then into like 6 sections, and then you'd fold it up and make a little booklet. I can't remember exactly how to do it, but it reminded me of that nevertheless. I thought it was absolutely delightful. This is definitely a really fun Barney special, really well put together, great mix of songs, great mix of characters. Definitely one that I found to be really quite fun and very educational.